That man, Pooh Shiesty, is cooked. They got video of the whole robbery of him robbing Gucci Man. He is overly cooked. They got a video. Dang, man.
A new court filing say Pooh Shiesty poses danger to the community, claims he has shot at least 2 people, opposes bond, and should remain in jail.
Government says rapper Pooh Shiesty is simply too dangerous to be out on bond. The rapper's real name is Launtrell Williams Jr. He is asking to be released on bond ahead of his trial. You may remember he and 8 other men, including his father, are accused in the January robbing and kidnapping of his record label owner, Gucci Mane. The other defendants, including Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30, they're already out on bond. But here's this new filing. Prosecutors argue Shiesty should not
This lady speaks in slow motion.
be allowed out under any circumstance.
Dang.
I had every intention on playing that video, but this is my first time listening to it, and I just can't get past how slow she speaks. So I'm just gonna read y'all the documents, because we got shit to do today. We ain't got all this time to be listening to this lady
Facts.
get through what she's talking about. Now, this is Pooh Shiesty's motion for de novo review, or basically just to get out of the fence. Now, the introduction is going to be talking about how he got hit with this kidnapping and conspiracy to commit extortion case on La Gooch. We already know that, right?
La
But
Gooch
it
is
was
crazy.
He was arrested on April 1st, and nearly 3 months after the alleged incident, he was later indicted on April 28th. Throughout that entire period, he was on electronic monitoring. His location was known to law enforcement around the clock, and he did nothing to evade scrutiny. He made every check-in, he passed every drug test, he did not run. But, I mean, homie, that's kind of the reason why they're like, no, we ain't letting you out. You did this shit on an ankle monitor. The PO called you right before you did it, and you were like, oh yeah, I don't have permission to be here. All right, I'll check in with y'all. Just let me rob Gucci first. Now, the judge ordered detention for 4 reasons. The weight of evidence against Pooh Shiesty is strong, that Shiesty is a danger to the community, he poses a flight risk, and that no conditions can adequately protect against those concerns. Now, the rest of this document is just basically all the legal verbiage of why he should be released, and kidnapping, it only, they gotta prove this, we don't feel like they prove that, whatever. But let's get into the 65-page clapback that the feds filed. Now, this is the government's...
They had 65 pages, brother. But I think, look, the case ain't even started, but this man cooked.
response to Shiesty's motion. And immediately they would point out Shiesty orchestrated an armed kidnapping and robbery while on federal home confinement. Him and 8 co-conspirators perpetrated the armed kidnapping and robbery of 3 victims in a Dallas, Texas recording studio. Shiesty also leads a Memphis-based street gang referred to as the Choppa Gang. At the time of this offense, Shiesty resided in North Texas, fulfilling the final months of a 63-month sentence for conspiracy to possess firearms and furtherance of violence and drug trafficking crimes in violation of the feds. Now, Memphis detective Paul Petty previously explained to the courts on May 27th regarding co-defendant Kadarius Waters. The Choppa Gang is Memphis-based clique of the Grape Street Crips that has been known to participate in homicides, robberies, carjackings, firearm offenses, narcotics trafficking, and Shiesty is the co-founder of the gang, which has close to 100 or more members.
Dang.
Now, maybe I just didn't know, but I wasn't aware that Pooh Shiesty was a Grape Street Crip. Or maybe
I
just
didn't know that at
Choppa
all.
Gang has Grape Street members? I don't know. Now, as part of Shiesty's sentence, he was required to reside in Frisco, Texas, and he obviously wasn't allowed to have guns, couldn't associate with people with a criminal record, couldn't consume alcohol or use controlled substances. And unless given specific permission, Shiesty was required to remain at his house but routinely failed to abide by these conditions throughout the course of his home confinement, assisted in skirting these requirements through the help of collusive VOA employees. Investigators have now learned that Shiesty was involved in an inappropriate relationship with at least one of his VOA case supervisors, and that his VOA employee was actively involved in entering fake day passes that would allow him to travel to unapproved locations while he was supposed to be confined to his house.
Dang.
This misconduct
Dang. The feds do not play when they want you in that cell. They gonna get you in there and they gonna keep you in there.
to the day of the kidnapping itself. On that day, the employee entered 3-day passes, allowing Shiesty to travel, and contacted him 19 times over the course of the day. That person was terminated for that conduct. Wait a minute, you're telling me Pooh Shiesty had Shiesty federal employees that were giving him fake passes so that he could leave his home confinement? So technically, he had permission. It was just illegal permission to be out there.
Facts.
Does that fall on him, or does that fall on the employee that was doing things for him? But this right here is where things get crazy. This release.
They got that man in 4K. 4K. Gucci Man is in 4K getting robbed. Pooh Shiesty is officially cooked. Hold on, let me play this up.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
You cooked, brother. It's over with. I had all hopes that maybe you'll be out. You see that? Gucci Man in the yellow. Ho Draco. He's going to jail. It's over with.
Printed by Shiesty's dad at Staples hours before the offense was later
Cooked.
recovered from Shiesty's dad's emails. Gucci refused to sign, and that caused Shiesty to instruct Big 30 to bring him his bag. When he did so, he produced an AK-style pistol described by the victims as a chopper. Pointed it at Gucci's head.
It's right there in the video.
Until Gucci signed it.
How did y'all even get a video?
The co-defendant, DeMarcus Glover, who had entered the recording room as the altercation ensued, blocked the door holding a Draco. Now, this is Gucci. We can see Shiesty, and this is Shiesty's dad right here holding the fucking document. So, this is insane. They literally have the video of this going down, which initially we thought they didn't. We thought they didn't have this key piece of evidence, and now we're seeing they have it. Now, again, the feds are stating the weight of the evidence against Shiesty is extraordinarily strong. And this is crazy because we all thought the case could be weak.
Yeah.
His lawyer came out and said, look, there's no video, there's no guns that have been recovered, there's no jewelry that's been recovered, like, we don't have any of this, they haven't tied my client to it. But the feds are like, nah, we got you. The brunt of Shiesty's argument in favor of his pretrial release is premised on his perception that the weight of the evidence in this case does not support detention. The fact includes the cooperation of all 5 victims and witnesses, cell phone location data, and surveillance video placing the co-conspirators at the scene, and the video that Big 30 filed of R.D. Roderick Davis, a.k.a. the Gooch, in the recording room being forced to declare that Pooh Shiesty was dropped from the label and released from the contract.
They got all that, and you thought you was getting out, bro. Dang, man. What? Look, that's why he called you a crash dummy. You niggas tweaking. I mean, dang, bro. Making all this money and then do something dumb like, dang, you could have did this whole totally different. Totally different. Now you cook, brother. You finna get years. You finna do life. I ain't gonna say life, but they finna give you 15 plus, it look like. Cause, bruh, they got video evidence of a nigga holding a chopper while by the door, like they said. They got too much evidence. I ain't gonna say you just kind of. I don't want to say you cooked, but you cooked, gang. You done. You cooked. You're over. You're burnt. You had a hot dog at 7-Eleven. You getting cooked slowly, my boy. But shit, let me know what y'all think about this conversation. Y'all think Shiesty wiggle his way up out of this? Let me know.